Florida is a huge state and it's home to a ton of incredibly underrated things to do that nobody really talks about. In this video, I am going to share my favorite hidden gems and local favorites that you probably didn't know existed. Let's get started. First up, we have Cedar Lakes Woods and Gardens located in Williston, Florida. This place is absolutely incredible. The entire garden is built around an 100-year-old limestone quarry, and you are going to want to start by exploring the rim. There are so many things to do at the top of the garden, like all of these little bridges with viewpoints, and then you slowly work your way down to the bottom. Now, on the bottom, there are a variety of little pathways, bridges, and other things that you can see. My favorite part here is the waterfalls, and there are lots of picnic areas, including this one up close to the waterfall. There's also some nature, including koi fish, and they are located at the coolest waterfall in the park because you can walk behind it. Cedar Lakes Woods and Gardens is open all year, and during the holidays, they even have a massive Christmas lights display. You will definitely want to put this place high on your list. Next up, we have Devil's Den located in Williston. Now, if you enjoyed my recommendation for Cedar Lakes and you've already put it on your list, Devil's Den is actually right down the road, which I totally love because that means I can see both in the same visit. Now, Devil's Den is actually an ancient sinkhole that has rocks in it dating over 33 million years old. Now, there are a few things to know before you go. First, it is over 50 feet deep and you must be a strong swimmer to visit here. They only allow snorkeling or scuba diving, and you cannot wear a flotation device. Next, this is the only spring in Florida where you won't see any alligators, so if you're worried about alligators, this is the place to be. Finally, it is essential to make a reservation online in advance in order to be able to visit Devil's Den. I would hate for you to drive all the way out here and miss the chance to swim in this prehistoric underground oasis. Number 3, we have Anna Maria Island, which is located in Manatee County near Sarasota, and yes, it is just as incredible as it looks. I am completely blown away each and every time I visit. There is so much to see and do, and yes, the water really does look this clear right here in Florida. This island is home to miles of white sandy beach, and it's a great place for shelling. If you're super lucky, you might even find some shark teeth. My favorite thing about Anna Maria Island is that it's not just one beach that is nice, it's an entire island filled with some of the best beaches in the USA. This is truly a magical place, perfect for a day trip or a weekend getaway with these beautiful waters. Up next, we have Florida Caverns State Park located in Marianna. Yes, we really do have caverns right here in Florida, and this place was on my bucket list for years. When I finally got to visit, I truly could not believe my eyes, and I have been to some of the best caves and caverns in the USA. Now, what makes this place special to me is that it is a cavern in Florida. Like, we do not have accessible caves here because of the aquifer, so this is truly a treat. You can take a guided tour in the cavern and go 75 feet underground, which, like I said, is crazy deep for Florida. Tours last about an hour, and the cavern system is over a mile long, and they keep finding new parts of the cavern to this day. The temperature in the caves are 65 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, but they are extremely humid, so don't wear a jacket like me, as it's almost 100% humidity, and I was very hot. Florida Caverns State Park is a huge hidden gem in Florida and should be a must-do if you're ever in the area. Number 5, we have Dry Tortugas National Park, located 70 miles off the coast of Key West. This is truly a bucket list experience and home to some of the best beaches in Florida. Now, there are 2 main ways to get to Dry Tortugas, and they are the ferry and the seaplane. Both consistently sell out, so I highly recommend making your reservation well in advance of your trip. Once you are on the island, you can choose to explore the historic Fort Jefferson, go on a ranger-led tour, relax on the beach, go bird watching, or snorkel in the crystal clear water. With the right preparation, you can even camp on dry Tortugas. This is truly one of my top 3 travel experiences of all time, and it must be on your list. Next up, we have Rock Springs, which is located within Kelly Park in Apopka. This is one of the best natural lazy rivers in Florida, and you're going to get on at the spring head, which flows from this cool cave. Then you're going to ride your tube all the way down to the basin where you can get out and easily have another go without having to take any form of transportation other than walking. Unlike the other springs in Florida that are 72 degrees all year, this spring is actually 68 degrees Fahrenheit all year, which is a bit chilly, so just come prepared for it to be cold. If you want to get active, I highly recommend making kayaking reservations at the nearby King's Landing and kayaking something called Emerald Cut. This is part of Rock Springs with the same crystal clear water, but it is located outside Kelly Park just down the road. Make your kayaking reservation in advance and as early as possible in the morning so you can kayak earlier in the day and then go tubing in the afternoon. Number 7, we have Rosemary Beach, located along 30A in the Florida Panhandle. This town is absolutely adorable and reminds me of something that you would see in Europe. It is located beachfront, and yes, the water really is this crystal clear. It is absolutely amazing. They do not call it the Emerald Coast for nothing. Now, there's a lot to do in Rosemary Beach, including shopping, bars, and restaurants, but I love just walking around and getting on my bike and bike riding to the nearby Alice Beach. Once you're in Alice Beach, I recommend going to Raw and Juicy and getting some of their cold-pressed juices. They are absolutely amazing. While Rosemary Beach has a European vibe in general, Alice Beach specifically reminds me of Greece, and this just looks like something you would find on a luxury Greek island. I love coming here, getting a cold-pressed juice, and walking around and just enjoying the overall laid-back vibe of these luxury beach towns. Up next, we have Bok Tower Gardens, which is an incredible hidden gem in Florida that looks like something out of a fantasy movie located in Lake Wales. Now, tell me that this does not look like Rapunzel's Tower from Tangled. Unlike Rapunzel's Tower, this one houses a carillon and it is played daily for guest enjoyment. Listen here. How beautiful is that? The next thing you're going to want to do is explore El Retiro, which is a historic 1930s mansion. You can walk around the outside or you can go inside for an additional cost. I absolutely love how photogenic this entire area is. And if you're coming with children, there's a gigantic kids area called Hammock Hollow. There's museums and places to eat at the entrance, which makes Bok Tower the perfect Florida day out that you probably didn't know about. Number 9, we have Peanut Island, which is located in the Palm Beaches. This is a super unique island in the inner coastal where you can snorkel and see stunning clear blue water. You can get here by the ferry boat, which is what I personally took, or you can take your own boat. You can even paddleboard from shore because the island is really close. Now, as soon as you arrive, you step into this beautiful tropical oasis filled with great beaches to explore. My biggest tip is to try and visit Peanut Island around high tide. This is when the water is the bluest and the prettiest. Now, if you go at low tide, it will not look quite as striking like the color blue in this video, but it is still fun. If you're trying to beat the crowds, just go away from where the ferry lets you off, and there's tons of space with very few people. You can even camp on Peanut Island if you're looking to stay overnight. This is some of the bluest water, and I don't hear people talking about this place often. It is a must visit. Up next, we have Falling Waters State Park, which is located in Chipley. This park is home to a real waterfall right here in Florida and also a mystery. You can view the waterfall from above, or you can hike down to be closer to it, which I highly recommend if you are able. This natural waterfall is 73 feet tall, and in Florida, that is insanely large. Now, here's the mystery. As you can see, look at all of this water tumbling down. Nobody knows what happens to this water once it reaches the bottom of the waterfall. Like, we literally don't know where the exit is. When you're visiting this park, there are lots of hiking trails to explore, including ones that take you to multiple other sinkholes. I do recommend calling ahead and asking about the status of the waterfall before you visit, because if it's too dry, there won't be any water flowing. Number 11, we have Silver Glen Springs, located in Ocala National Forest. This is the most incredible spring and one of my favorite in all of Florida. The water here is literally as clear as a swimming pool and is some of the most pristine water I have ever seen in my entire life. During the winter months, you may even be able to spot manatees. Now, if you're lucky enough to see manatees, you should only observe them from a safe distance, let them do their thing, and never ever touch or approach them. Boating is only allowed in the spring run, not the swimming area, so you are safe to swim here, and the water temperature is a constant 72 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. If you're visiting during a weekend or a holiday during the summer, you need to reserve your parking online in advance, but if you're visiting during a weekday during high season or any other time throughout the rest of the year, you do not need to reserve. This is truly one of the most magical springs in the entire state of Florida. Number 12, we have Blowing Rocks Preserve, which is located in Hobie Sound. This place is like sea cliffs, or as close as we're going to get, right here in Florida, and yes, they are actually way bigger than they look in real life. I am always truly impressed going here. I think Blowing Rocks is an incredibly underrated place to visit in Florida because it offers something unique and different that you don't really see anywhere else in the state. Now, to get out to this beach, you have to walk through these sea grape tunnels that I like to call hobbit tunnels. Once you arrive on the beach, you will walk to the cliffs, which are really good to snorkel around on a calm day. The rocks are super sharp, so you do not want to walk on these with bare feet. Something to note is that this park does close relatively early year-round compared to other parks in the area, and it's because they want you to be careful on the sharp rocks as it starts to get darker. This is one of those places that is even better in real life than it looks online, and it's totally a hidden gem in Florida. Up next, we have Myakka River State Park, located near Sarasota, and it is home to a swinging bridge in the trees. Yes, one of the coolest parts of this park is the canopy walkway. This is the only canopy walkway in Florida, and there are only 74 canopy walkways in the entire world, which makes visiting this park extra special. There is a short hike to get here, and then you're going to climb over 70 feet to the top of the trees. Halfway up, you're going to see the really cool canopy walkway, and yes, it is bouncy. You can choose to just explore the swinging bridge, or you can climb the rest of the way to the top of the observation point for this absolutely incredible 360-degree view over the treetops below. That is not all. This is actually a super large park and a fabulous place to see alligators. Of course, these are wild animals, so just stay on the path and keep your distance if you want to view and enjoy the nature. Number 14, we have Opal Beach, which is located in Gulf Islands National Seashore in Pensacola Beach. I think that this is one of the best kept secrets in Florida and one of the best beaches in the entire USA, with pristine white sand and crystal clear water. And yes, the water really is this clear, like you're in a tropical island. This is also an amazing place to see tide pools. Although you can see them along the entire Emerald Coast, there are a lot of them in Gulf Islands National Seashore. My favorite part is that this is run by the National Park Service, which means that there are no buildings or houses around it, so you can truly enjoy being out in nature. As a result, this is also a great place to enjoy spotting some of the wildlife that calls the beaches in Florida home. This is an incredibly underrated place to visit and one of the best beaches that I've ever been to. finally, we have Hillsborough River State Park, which is located in Thonotosassa. This park is absolutely stunning and feels very wild. It is home to Class 2 rapids, which are actually extremely rare in Florida, making this a super unique and cool thing to see while you're in the park. Now, my favorite thing here is that there are a lot of bridges that cross the river that you can stand on and look at all the overlook points. If you're into hiking, there are over 7 miles of nature trails in this park, which make it for the perfect active day out in Florida. Of course, if you want to get on the water, there are also plenty of opportunities for canoeing and kayaking, but there is no swimming here because of all of the amazing creatures that call this park home, from alligators to snakes and everything in between. This is truly one of my favorite places to visit if you're looking for nature in Florida. While places like Disney World and Miami are always a good time, there is so much more to do in Florida. I hope that you use the list in this video to start exploring some of the underrated places to visit and hidden gems that we have right here in Florida. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.